Hello everyone and welcome to Yosemite Valley and welcome to the first speed build of the North America Animal Pack DLC. Today we are starting with the one thing that you guys voted for, and that is the beaver habitat. This habitat obviously has already been built over a year ago, without knowing that we will have aquatic animals, without knowing that we will have beavers. But today we are going to make that a usable habitat. We are going to make this a beautiful natural beaver habitat. So stick with me if you want to see the progress. There is also an equally long tour because I lost a little bit of the speed build, which I'm very sorry for, but even better, you got to get a very long tour with a lot of great animal encounters. Honestly, that was one of the most spot-on tours ever. But I will utilize this little talk voiceover section over here to talk you guys through my experience of the build of this habitat in particular, but also of the North America Animal DLC. Like, you've seen that in my overview. There's not that much in terms of pieces, but there are a couple of animals in. And these animals are a lot better than the South America animal, or the Southeast Asia animal pack, I should say, simply because they bring in so many more different behaviors, which is weird. I did not expect that, but I did. Frontier did a stellar job on this. And I think paired that with the amazing updates from the 1.7 update, this is a chunky step forward concerning Planet Zoo. So I'm very happy with how that all turned out. And I'm very happy with how this actually is turning out in general. So this habitat in particular over here, I wanted to get this thing done over here. I wanted to build this beaver hut. I wanted to build their little home as it is in real life. It just turned out to be like 80% okay, because the problem is I couldn't make them dive below this. So I needed to always have this a little bit up above water level. It's a little bit of a shame, but I think it's still okay. So there's not that big of an issue with it. It still looks very good. It looks fairly good, and it works very good, so that's fine. I potentially will try to go in here again at the end and maybe make things off screen a little bit more nice, but it was very finicky to get there, so I ended up leaving it as it is right now for the moment. But I kind of made sure that this habitat in general is a lot bigger. It is a lot more usable for the beavers. We put in some enrichment items, we put in a lot of different things for them, so it's really cool. Yeah, but honestly, the only problem is this build over here has been made in the old build. One thing I want to quickly talk about is I don't know if you guys experienced the same with this update, but oh my goodness, the performance increase with the 1.7 update is tremendous. I had around, well, you know it. I mean, you know it from the last tours. We were idling between 12 to 15 FPS in Yosemite, depending on how quick we moved and how many animals you saw, whatever. Now we idle between 19 and 24 FPS in here. The same goes for Koali. I was around this 15 FPS mark in play as well. And now I'm around 20, 21, 22. And in pause mode, it's even more crazy. I'm now above 35 FPS again in Yosemite. So building is super enjoyable and super fluid. And that said, it opens up for making this zoo a lot better. I have no idea what they did. I know that they changed the engine in the last update with the Africa DLC already to the newest version that also Jurassic World Evolution 2 potentially uses. We don't know for certain, but as soon as the game drops, we will know for certain. So maybe they have done some significant improvements on the engine. I have not heard anything from Frontier side. I will definitely ask them what it is. I did ask them. So yeah, we got to see if this is going to be a thing, and please report down below in the comments down below, guys, if you have the same, if you have some performance increase as well. That will be really good to know, because that is, especially for Yosemite, super important, because that opens up so much more to enjoy that. So you can see the habitat itself doesn't really change a lot. I changed obviously watercolor because we didn't have that option. I changed a lot of the nature. I opened the habitat up a little bit to make this area of the beaver hut a little bit more of a lake, because I got all the feedback from you guys back then. I made a lot of mistakes. I never knew that beavers, like before building this habitat, I really thought that the beavers live in their dam. I thought though, I had this misconception that it wasn't that way, but it's not. They built the dam to raise the water level and then build their hut in a different spot in this raised water so that they can dive under into their hut and then just live there. And this is what I wanted to do over here as well. So we don't really have a dam here, but we do have the dam a bit lower, and then we have this area where they live, and they don't like flowing water. So this is also what I changed. I deleted all the flowing water effects there, make sure that they have some more, you know, calm water in which they are, and then the dam down here has some particle effects. That basically is what we did. Now the last thing I'm going to build in the speed build here is a little viewing gallery. I did a lot more, guys. I lost over 1.5 hours of building. You will see that in the real-time part. Not really that obvious, but I tweaked a lot of small things, like a lot. Like I really tweaked everything regarding how they move. Honestly though, losing this was a bit of a downer for me when I saw that, but on the other hand, I think it doesn't really change too much from the quality of this episode, because this 1 hour was mainly, I would say 80% fixing things and tweaking things. I don't know how exciting that is to see this, but since you get a very long and very detailed tour, I really think this will make up for it. This means also I don't need to talk even more about this, because you basically will hear every single bit in the tour. It's over 10 minutes of a tour, so I'm gonna call myself out here, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of the speed build. It's about kind of 2.5 minutes or so, so enjoy that one. And then make sure to stay with me with the tour and enjoy the tour. But until we go to the tour, please let me know in the comments now that you watched till the end by just leaving a little comments, like say camels like beavers, okay? Just put down camels like beavers in the comments to show me that you listened to this point in the video. And you get a cookie from me, whatever. Thank you guys so much for sticking with me for until now. And now enjoy the rest of the time lapse. I see you in a couple of minutes in the real-time part. Alright, welcome into the real-time part today, guys, and yeah, sorry for that actually pretty short time-lapse. Obviously this has to do with the fact that I already built this habitat a couple of months ago. The link to that one, obviously to the actual speed build, is always included to the top right if you want to watch that, but hence I'm including a very nice, very long little run-through here. And oh boy, I don't know why, but the update brought back the FPS to Yosemite. I mean, look at that. Yes, we are not at 30 or 60 FPS, but we are well into the 20s. That's like 23, 24 FPS right now. So that's actually really doable. We can really have a nice little tour through here. Before we actually go and have a look at the habitat, we will also do like a little flyover. I'm going to go here to the left-hand side to a little special viewing area, which unfortunately doesn't really work exactly, but it works like a little bit, you know. So this is basically where the beavers would live in, and they can actually dive in there and then have a little go. Oh, I still have to change the screenshot. I'm sorry for that. I didn't do that, but I will potentially do this, and I'm going to also show you guys some cinematics later on, hopefully of some beavers getting into here, because they can basically swim in there and jump on here. Unfortunately, it seems not to work with diving, so I needed to raise that up a little bit. Maybe this little fellow over here is coming over now for us. It's not. Are you coming over? Are you coming over to have a little sleepy sleep? No, you're not. Okay. So this one might come over here to have a little sleepy sleep. Come on, get into your house, get a little rest. Come on. Look at that. Oh, that looks even good. Have you seen that one? Like as it went down a little. Oh, but it's going again. It decided to stay outside for a bit longer. Okay, well that's fair enough. So I quite like the idea of having this little area to watch this, you know, have the beaver come in, magically raising above water level, and then go to have a little rest over here. I mean, at least now it works. Look at that. This is just so cool. We've got the little beaver over here. Are you just going to... Oh my god, it's sitting upwards. I haven't seen too many animations quite yet, to be honest. I just really built a lot to be prepared for my holidays, and now I'm just checking out everything at the last couple of minutes before we go on holiday, which will be fun. I talked about that already, so it's going to be a very exciting tour, and I will let you know about the outcome of that. But yeah, we are over here. It's looking quite okay. It's looking quite good. And we have the little beaver in here. Are you going to sleep down? I want to see you curl together and just sleep a little bit. Are you doing that? Not really. Okay, we're going to come back later and have a look what is going on here. So we're going to zoom out, and we go all the way back here through our area. Gosh, I love the fact that finally my Ansel is working again. Oh, this is so good. Finally having some beautification here on this area. Like, this is, by the way, part of the area that our wonderful friend Haribo built. So this is the reindeer habitat over here. I love the fact that we do have like a bit more of a solid wall to separate that area from the beaver area. And yeah, I just kind of made sure that this beaver area looks as natural as possible and as much integrated into the natural environment of Yosemite. So this is basically one of the viewing spots. Unfortunately, you can really tell that the Tagit cam is like couple of centimeters too high. I would say like 20 to 30 centimeters too tall as a person, if you want. It almost looks like as if we are a person wearing a helmet with a GoPro on rather than on eye level. But yeah, so imagine us having this GoPro. So yeah, this is the look inside of the habitat, and I just love that. I would have loved to have one of these animals in front of us. I should definitely put some enrichment items here as I'm just watching this. I mean, that might make a lot of sense. Never mind. We go over and we can spot some of the beavers. Look at them. They have been eating there together. Look at that one just semi-sitting and just chewing on that stuff. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay, now as we move over, this is exactly the idea. Look, this sparks Yosemite. This is just exactly how I wanted it to look. You don't want to go too much crazy with the beavers, like, you know, making them appear too close to the people. I'm planning to do like a one-off build with the beaver habitat. I have some ideas how to do it, not really tested too much, but there is a quite a good idea I have what to do with it, but we have to figure out if that works or not. But this is like a very nice view inside of their natural habitat here in Yosemite. You can see we have to go all the way around to this viewing platform. It's so cool that I built all of this like so many months ago with all these things in mind, and now we can finally harvest, so to say, the fruits of what we've put into the soil of our Yosemite Valley back then, to hopefully let it grow over time. So there's a little bit of a pathway over here, which is more of a natural one. I imagine kids and so on running here anyway, so I didn't put an actual path over here. Oh, look at that! But we have got this little beaver swimming in here in the water. It's very much unfortunate. They do dive already with a 2-meter requirement, but this pond over here is still too shallow, unfortunately. Oh my god, they're so fast! Why are they so fast? I really did not know that beavers are so freaking fast, but okay. Now, let's go and do the same as the beaver, be fast at this point. So, a little thing I did, which, oh my god, look at this. I just love the view here with the chapel. I did a little thing that you can't see because that's part of the unfortunately lost recording. So if you go in here, I made the entrance to the habitat hidden in here, so no one should go in. That looks kind of crappy, but this was the idea. Let's use that shortcut runner. I mean, look at the performance, even with running around. It's just ridiculous. So we are on this hand side over here, where you can get some more glimpses of the beaver habitat. Look, there's a lot of nature over here. There's like a very nicely hidden fence, like the chain link fence on top to make sure that they're not escaping, and the rest of it is formed by this lovely fence. I try to keep that very much natural as much as possible, and you know, fair enough, this ramp might be a little bit too steep when it comes to you know, being ADA compliant or whatever, but or ACA, was it ACA, ADA? I think it's ADA. I forgot, my brain is nearly dead because I did so much in the last couple of days. Anyways, we are nearly up here, and there's Tedget Cam, hello, thank you so much. Well, hello, could you stop stopping? That would be amazing, thank you. We now are up here. Look at the beaver there. Here you go. It's like hiding in there, I love that. Are these flying? Don't look at that, okay? This is like a flying bush. We used to have them here in Yosemite. These are very rare in the real world, but we do have them, you know? They're a part of Yosemite. Anyhow, look, we are on this viewing platform, and you can nearly see the entire habitat on here. And I think this is coming together very nice. Wait, are you chewing on the tree? That would be so funny though if they did, but they don't. There's also unfortunately no enrichment item. However, this little pond over here I put here is actually an enrichment item which they do use, and I have no idea how exactly we are supposed to use that as an actual dam, because there's like water coming down here. I'm not sure if we can put that into like a very nice area where water actually flows, but it's kind of funny. What the hell is this? What the hell was that? Okay, so there was some stuff coming up out there. The cool bit is, and I'm trying to catch them, we're going into the habitat later on. The cool bit about this is they actually do build like a little dam in there. Like they do take some sticks and then they put them into the dam, which is pretty cool. And we got obviously exactly those sticks as new pieces into the game as well. So it all works pretty well together, you know. The animals do love that area here, as it seems. They do love to swim in here. They have this wonderful little hiding spot in which they can take a little rest, and then, you know, everything else is very much hidden. They can move around. They have like a very, very nice kind of, how's it called again, traversable area. It works really well with this habitat. It looks as if they have no space, but there's a huge space for them, and you can look at that. You can see them swimming here in the water. I would love to see them diving a bit more. This is actually deep enough for them to dive, but they rarely even do this for whatever reason. I'd love to see them diving even more, because there's also like a plant feeder hidden down there. I should put maybe like a fish feeder, because that makes a bit more sense for them, I guess, right? Whatever. So you can definitely tell how they are all moving around here. I love that. It's just so cool. It is just so good. My goodness, this is all really nice. I really love how that all came together, and I really have to praise the Rudy of the past, because this is definitely done by my old, you know, my younger self a year ago nearly. Is that like a year ago? That is so frightening that that's already like a year ago. Anyhow, so we just sneakily jump over that fence over here. I would love to be able to jump. Oh my god, look at all these beavers over here. Just in front of us. Oh, there's like a little leggy leg. That doesn't matter. Okay, so this is all of you here. Is one of you maybe in a mood to go into this little enrichment item? I mean, that would be amazing. Could you just do that real quick? No, you're just all ignoring me. But yeah, so this is the dam over here. Oh my god! Wait a second, this changed a lot. I remember at the beginning, there was basically... Okay, and this is shoot. Wait, so this thing is actually changing all the time. You know what, guys? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my camera here in a couple of seconds, and then I will put the game on high speed, and I will record that for you guys as a little time lapse to see what they are doing with here. I think that will be really cool. But I think for the moment being, I'm just going to go out of Tedget Cam, and I'm going to show you the habitat from above. So this is where we are. Let's fly up a little bit. Oh my god, the performance. I'm just so, look at this one. It's not sped up yet. This game is not sped up. But yeah, it's like really, really good looking. I really do like how this beaver habitat came together. It just really does exactly what I wanted it to do. It really looks realistic. And yeah. Guys, I'm so happy to have beavers in the game. Who would have guessed that we will get beavers at one point? I wasn't too sure because at the time when I built the habitat, there was not really aquatic, neither semi-aquatic animals confirmed, and so many things that weren't confirmed back then. So it was really kind of a hit in the dark, and I'm just happy that we did hit something at least, and now we have it. So that's really cool, and I really hope you guys enjoyed this episode today, and I really hope you enjoyed this actually a bit more in-depth view on on this habitat this time, like oh, by the way, they can actually do use this, or they do use this, but they can also use this if they fancy doing that, to swim all the way to the back here. I've seen them doing it once, but most of the time they just don't care, and they go back into their little den here to have a little sleepy sleep. Is there someone in here? Look at that! Hello, you are actually having a good time, I guess. Oh, look at them, even two. Oh, wait a second, that's like right in front of us here. How cool is that? Look at this, we've got these two sleeping in their little den. Ah, that's so cool, guys. I'm really actually tempted to fence off one area because they always need to swim here to the backside anyways, and then come into their little hut and enjoy their time. I love the fact that they seem to be all coming in here right now, like to all gather together and have a little sleepy sleep. Actually, this is making me very happy that this all works. Honestly though, this is just really, really cool. I'm just wondering why they're not diving at all. Like, there's so much space to dive. They could like legit dive all the way down here, but they're not not doing it. They're not doing it for whatever reason. They just swim around there to the back, and yeah, that should be it. I can actually check. Maybe the deep swim. No, it actually has enough deep swim area, so they could potentially dive, but they just don't want to, it seems. Okay, well, whatever. And this is the beaver habitat, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as I did. This was really something special, and yeah, thank you so much for watching. And now there's the speed time-lapse at the end to see what they're doing actually with their little enrichment item, and then we see each other in the next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content, if you want to see more about this game. Also, if you want to see more about Jurassic World Evolution coming very, very shortly, and there's also a couple of other stuff in the making, which I can't really talk about right now, but there is a lot of cool stuff coming. So yeah, keep your eyes on the channel, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and yeah, just have a good time, just enjoy life, okay? Just be happy, that's most important, and stay safe, of course. Until then, have a good time, and goodbye.